What's up guys, Andre here. So it is it's May 8th. Yeah, May 8th, 2025. And I just recently got back from a trip to Japan. Like I teased in my previous video, I did film a San Euphonium pilgrimage video. It's gonna be a little bit more casual than the last San Euphonium pilgrimage video that I made, but I look forward to that. That's still coming. But yeah, so I want to talk a little bit about my trip today and just show you guys all the stuff that I brought home from Japan. So first up, I just want to talk about like the trip overall in general. I had a great time. I was only there for like 8 days. It was a 10-day trip including travel, but I was only really in Japan like for 8 full days. And I really only got to do the San Euphonium related stuff in Uji and Kyoto for like a day and a half, or really just like a day even. So I did not have a lot of time. It was a very brief trip. It's weird, I kind of feel like I was gone for a while, but also it felt like a really brief trip. So I'm actually gonna show the San Euphonium stuff in the San Euphonium pilgrimage video that will be coming soonish, but I will tease maybe a little bit. I mean, there you can see like a couple of the items that I brought home from Japan that are San Euphonium related on my shelf here. But let's go over some of the other stuff that I brought home. All right, so first up I got these Post-it notes from Apothecary Diaries. These I bought from, I think one of the stores in Tokyo Station's Character Street. I forgot which one. Also, I put this on my sketchbook, but I bought this cute Freerin sticker of her just like collapsed on the floor with books on top of her. Also, maybe I should talk about like where I went, so what I did a little bit, so you have more context of where I got these items. So my first day in Japan, I arrived in Osaka. I flew to the Kansai International Airport, and I basically just went straight to Kyoto and stayed overnight in Kyoto. And the following day, April 20th, Sunday, Easter Sunday, I did my San Euphonium pilgrimage in Kyoto and Uji, which again, you guys are gonna see a video about soon. And then after that, on the night of the 20th, I actually went down to Osaka, stayed in Osaka for like 4 nights with a couple friends who were also from the United States. We went to the 1970 Osaka Expo commemorative park. We also went to the 2025 World Expo that everyone's talking about. And then on our last day in Osaka, our last full day in Osaka, we went to Mino Falls. And then the following day, we went to Tokyo for 3 nights, 2 days, which felt very short. We went to the Shiro Masamune art exhibition, which was pretty cool, and I'll show you some stuff I got from there. And we also got to do a trip in Enoshima. If you want to see a more detailed rundown of my Japan trip with some pictures, I'm gonna link to a Twitter thread that I made of all the Twitter threads that I made surrounding the Japan trip, chronicling some of the highlights from my trip. So go check that out on Twitter. But yeah, anyway, let's continue with the other stuff I got. So here is another thing I bought in Tokyo. This is from the Animate in Akihabara. On the final day while I was in Japan, like my flight was in the afternoon, so I technically had the morning to still like explore Tokyo a little bit. So I decided to go to Akihabara just to see what was going down in anime town, you know? So I ended up visiting the Animate in Akihabara, and I bought this. This is the Kessoku Band Bocchi the Rock song album, but it's not on a CD, it's on a cassette, which I just thought was super cool. Unfortunately, it got like super cracked. I don't know if you can see it, but the case got super cracked on the trip back home to the United States. Or maybe it was cracked when I bought it and I just didn't notice, I don't know. But yeah, it's a legit cassette. It's super cool. Another thing I bought was this. This is the latest issue of Shonen Jump, or well, it was the latest issue when I was in Japan. But yeah, I have not really read a ton of Shonen Jump lately. I'm only really keeping up with One Piece weekly. But one of my friends who I went on the trip with is reading almost all the series in Shonen Jump, if not all the series in Shonen Jump weekly and up to date. So he was like kind of giving me the rundown on all the series in here. Nice Prison, I guess, is the new gag manga that they launched in this issue. Speaking of One Piece, this issue actually comes with a pretty sick One Piece poster. Spoiler warning, if you are anime only for One Piece, but check that out. But yeah, so that's Shonen Jump. I also got this. Rudy Dragon is a kind of a big thing in Shonen Jump right now, or in Shonen Jump Plus, I think, right now. So I got this t-shirt. This is actually from the Jump shop, the Shonen Jump shop in Tokyo Station, Character Street. I am not up to date on Rudy Dragon. I recently bought volume 3. I'm trying to keep up with the volume releases instead of the, you know, weekly or monthly chapter releases. But I have not, so I bought volume 3, but I have not read it yet. This is not from Japan though, this is from Kinokuniya here in America. Some mangas that I did buy in Japan this time were these. This is Kohaku no Yume de Yoimashou, or Amber Days and Golden Nights, volumes 2 and 3. So if you watched my previous shelf collection tour video, or if you watched my Japan haul from 2 years ago, you might remember that I bought volume 1 of this manga. And I actually went to the same bookstore to get volumes 2 and 3. This is one of the few mangas that I bought in Japan 2 years ago that I actually ended up really liking and wanting to continue. But because it's like so obscure, by the way, this is a manga about craft beer, and I just thought it was really interesting and educational, but also I like the characters and the art. But it's such an obscure manga that I cannot ever find this in like Kinokuniya here in America. So I was pretty stoked to go to Japan and get some more volumes of it. There's like 8 volumes out or something, 7 or 8 volumes out now. So I'm very behind on it. But I went to the exact same bookstore that I bought this first volume at, and they didn't have it. And I was so disappointed. So I ended up going to, when I was in Tokyo, I ended up going to the Akihabara, the Animate in Ikebukuro, which they boast is like the world's largest anime and manga store in the world. So thankfully they did have it. If they didn't have it there, then I don't think I would have found it anywhere. Next up, so Gundam G-Quux is currently airing, and it's a series I was really excited for and I'm enjoying. And so I bought some Gundam G-Quux stuff. First up, I got this acrylic keychain. This is from this Gundam G-Quux pop-up in Akihabara Station. It has all 3 of the characters, the main characters there. And I also got these. These are flat gashapon. These are from a flat gashapon machine that kind of like prints out the prizes instead of like, you know, the prizes coming in like a capsule. But yeah, so I got, these are like acrylic art cards, clear posters is what they call it. So one of them is, again, the 3 main characters, and it's like translucent. You can see me behind it. And the other one that I got was just one of the main characters, Shuji. I also did a Ichiban Kuji. They had a Dragon Ball themed Ichiban Kuji while I was there. I forget what store. It was like Lawson or Family Mart or 7-Eleven or something. But I bought 2 tickets, and I ended up getting the D prize and the H prize. So the D prize was this figure, and I had a hell of a time trying to figure out how to get this home because it came in a giant box. But I figured out like most of it was just like plastic cushioning, so I just took out all the plastic, flattened the box, and just threw all the little pieces of the figures in my luggage. But yeah, we got a Gotenks here with his ghosts, which is pretty cool. I mean, when I bought the 2 tickets for the Ichiban Kuji, I was not expecting to get a figure. I thought I was just, because, you know, these are usually harder to get, harder to win. So I was expecting that I was just gonna get like, I was just gonna win like a sticker and a keychain or something small. But I ended up getting a figure, which is crazy. So this is the D prize that I won. I also got an H prize. The H prize, I also think is pretty cool. These are these like plastic art panels, die cut art panels with the logo. I really like this. This is awesome. The classic Dragon Ball logo. And this is the art for the first volume of the manga. There we go. Now I'm gonna be honest, I don't really know what to do with these. So right now they're just like sitting here aimlessly on some random parts of my shelf. But you know, yeah, I don't know, maybe that's good enough. All right, so next up I want to show you guys what I brought home from the Shiro Masamune art exhibition. If you don't know who Shiro Masamune is, or Masamune Shiro, he is the original manga artist who created Ghost in the Shell or Kokaku Kiroutai. I wouldn't really call myself like a crazy big Masamune Shiro fan or an expert on his work by any stretch of the imagination. I have read through Ghost in the Shell, the original Ghost in the Shell manga, and I watched the Mamoru Oshii Ghost in the Shell films. But that's kind of the extent of my knowledge on Masamune Shiro's stuff at all. So it was actually really interesting to go to this exhibition. And the reason I wanted to go was because I saw the advertisements for it while I was in Japan, and I realized, looking at some of the art and also thinking about like the new Science Saru adaptation of Ghost in the Shell that was recently announced, that's like going back to Masamune Shiro's original character designs. And I realized, you know, I might not like have read much of Masamune Shiro's work, but I really like his art. So it was really cool to go to this exhibition as someone who didn't know that much about his work and like learn about a lot of his work on, you know, stuff other than Ghost in the Shell, like Appleseed and Dominion and Orion. But anyway, I brought home a couple of things. So first up, I have the exhibition art catalog, which showcases most, if not all, the artwork that was shown off in the exhibition. This book is only available at the exhibition, so very glad to have this. I also bought this, the exhibition t-shirt, and I kind of like that it's like all the text is in English. Kind of random, because you know, in the exhibition itself it's all in Japanese. There's no English anywhere. And finally, I want to show you guys, like I mentioned earlier, when I was in Osaka, we went to the Osaka Expo 1970 commemorative park, which has the Tower of the Sun. And if you've read 20th Century Boys, which is one of my favorite mangas of all time, you will probably recognize this thing. This is the Tower of the Sun. I got it as a little keychain. But yeah, this was featured in 20th Century Boys. I kind of forget in what context. It's been a while since I read 20th Century Boys. But also the 1970 Osaka Expo was like a big like set piece for 20th Century Boys, or it was like a really important thing for the characters. I also got this tote bag with the Tower of the Sun iconography on it. I'm not gonna lie, this tote bag feels much cheaper than I expected it to feel. So I feel like I got a little bit cheated, but that's okay, because I also got another tote bag from the 2025 World Expo. And this one is actually feels like a quality tote bag. It actually feels good. So this is from the 2025 Osaka World Expo. It has the mascot Myaku Myaku in the background with this cute anime character in front. This is from like some specific illustrator that they did a collab with, and they made a couple pieces of merch with, including this tote bag as well as this keychain that I bought. I just thought it was super cute. I wanted to buy it. I also, on my sketchbook, I also have a sticker from a different illustrator that they worked with that I also thought looked pretty cute. So there's that as well. And that's kind of it. Also, I kept the shopping bag from the Osaka World Expo official store. That's the actual mascot, Myaku Myaku. But yeah, that's pretty much it for what I bought in Japan. I went a lot lighter this time. I did not buy as many things. I feel like I spent more money on like experiences and like meals and stuff this time instead of like things to bring home. Okay, wait, sorry. Almost forgot these two things. So before I throw it back to Andre to sign off for the video, yeah, so I did another Kuji. I did a Final Fantasy VII Rebirth Kuji, and I ended up getting this soldier figure, which is pretty cool. It's like the OG PlayStation graphics. And I also got this guy, Kanegon. This is like a little finger puppet. This is a kaiju from the Ultraman series. It's a classic Ultraman kaiju. I wouldn't say I'm like a huge fan of Ultraman or anything. I've actually only watched Shin Ultraman. I haven't seen any of the original Ultraman stuff. But I've seen this guy like in pictures and stuff, and I just love him a lot. Just his design, he looks so crazy and cute at the same time. and I actually got to meet him, quote unquote, in Tokyo on Ultraman Street, which was pretty awesome. So anyway, with that is everything that I bought in Japan. Let's throw it back to Andre to close out the video. I guess before I go, I will share some of the items, the Sandyphonium related items that I bought. I'll go into more detail about what these are, where I bought them. There's more stuff. This is just a little bit of a teaser in the Sandyphonium pilgrimage video blog. Look forward to that. It's gonna be, again, this is gonna be a little bit more casual of a video than my previous Sandyphonium pilgrimage, which was kind of like a half video blog, or like really 30% video blog, 70% video essay. This one is just more just 100% video blog, so look forward to that. But yeah, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Have an awesome day.